Off-White House Bulletin, August 1st, responding to David Birdsong's letter of July 25th, 2025, which touches on a lot of elements having to do with this Kickstarter and Kickstarter generally. Hi, Dave. It looks like this Kickstarter will be fulfilled despite a new wrinkle every time we try it. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. On July 5th, they didn't accuse me of being a fraud, but treated me that way. Just let us look in your bank account. The answer was no then and is still no now. I don't know why they relented, and now I don't care. I think what's happening is this was a prompt to me to lean a little heavier on the we're doing everything publicly here. I think everyone isn't used to that yet, and everybody needs to get used to that. We're doing everything publicly so that, as I discussed with Rolly, I should have been having Rolly update all of the financial side of the Kickstarter as we go along. As an example, I had him print. I had Studio Comics Press print all of the Can 12 portfolios ahead of time. We're not going to sell 110. So let's print 110 of them and then have them ready to go. Consequently, before the Kickstarter even started, I had gotten those printed and paid for those being printed, and that should have been updated at that moment to a moment of Cerebus. And this is to your attention, Matt. This is critically important. We have to do everything publicly. So we want to get as close to as in real time of here's an expenditure that has been paid out on Kickstarter and no money has come in on Kickstarter yet. Updating all of these as we go along and ending up at the end with a final accounting. This is how much money came in on Kickstarter. This is how much money went out on Kickstarter. This is what was left over. Back to David Birdsong's letter. Thinking about not getting everything to the backers is a stomach-churning experience. I had begun investigating Indiegogo with the idea of moving the campaign there and starting over, and then the email from Kickstarter came and things started moving. That's not something that you should ever have to worry about. If necessary, I'll start cashing in RRSPs, which I don't think it would be necessary, and it certainly wouldn't be the bulk of them, in order to make sure that everybody gets everything that they ordered on Kickstarter, even if Kickstarter never pays us. That's the fallback position. This is between Aardvark-Vanaheim, Dave Sim as Aardvark-Vanaheim, and the backers. You will get everything that you ordered, even if Aardvark-Vanaheim never gets paid. So back to David Birdsong. Don't let that stress you. That has absolutely nothing to do with you. You're the quarterback on the Kickstarter. You don't have any culpability. And that's another thing that we're trying to establish here. If we had been doing that, if we had been updating all expenditures and all revenues on Kickstarter as we went along, starting with Rolly, you're the one with the bookkeeping. Consequently, anytime that there's an expense on Kickstarter or there's revenue on Kickstarter, notify Matt Dow. Matt Dow, please post it to It can be a special section at a moment of Cerebus, but it's got to be as close to as real time so that if next time Kickstarter through an AI glitch, which is what I'm thinking this is an AI glitch, companies stupidly using AI to monitor fraud. Um, when it happened, when David heard from the AI program that his account is being suspended because it's matching a profile for fraud, he can just say, I'm just quarterbacking this. This is Aardvark-Vanaheim, and here's the links that you need telling you how much money has been spent on this Kickstarter and how much money has come in on this Kickstarter in real time. And then you don't have to worry about it. This is not you doing Can 12 and Vark DeLorean. This is Aardvark-Vanaheim doing it. And Aardvark-Vanaheim does all its accounting publicly. So that's what we want to make sure, is that the accounting is always available to any pertinent person, which would certainly include Kickstarter or Amazon or whoever else has their fingers in the pie. If you're questioning this, that's fine. We have no problem with you questioning it. Here's the link. Here's all of the information, the financial information on this Kickstarter. You're not in a special place. Everyone is getting the same information. Kickstarter's new move of charging local tax at checkout without warning anyone was another new wrench, even the backers had to put up with. I almost suspect Kickstarter only let me back in so I could pay the tax for the latest Steve Peters campaign that had just ended. Again, I think it's an artificial intelligence thing. Companies believing that artificial intelligence can actually do things that human beings can do, and it can't. That's my position on AI. It's like putting random play on your music player in charge of your company. All it can do is do random play. If that's what you want, that's fine. But your customers are all going to be getting stuff like this, where they go, fraud. My account is suspended. Why is that? Well, because Kickstarter is letting the digital random play on their music player run their company or part of their company. So, but getting back to the local tax angle, I think the easiest way to handle that is Rowley has all of the tax. When I talked to him about that, he said, "No, I've got printouts of that. It says what each person was charged in tax on their Kickstarter." And I went, "Oh, okay, that's good." Now I'm saying, please keep that as a dedicated file for each backer, so that we know how much they were charged in tax, because that wasn't part of their deal signing up for this. So essentially, whatever you paid in tax on this Kickstarter, that goes on your account as a credit, and when it hits, if it doesn't even hit $10, then we're not going to worry about it, and you probably shouldn't worry about it. But if it's $20, then on the next Kickstarter, you can just contact Rowley or David Birdsong and say, I'm owed $20 in tax charges, and I'd like to take those as these 2 bonus prints. And that's fine. That will then go to Rowley as, okay, this guy was owed $20 in tax charges, and he gets these two bonus prints, and now his tax account amount is down to zero. Okay, that's so far on Off-White House Bulletin. Sorry that this is getting into the area of too long didn't listen, but all of this stuff has to be covered. And like I say, people have not been getting so far that Aardvark-Vanaheim is doing all of its accounting publicly. And the reason that we're doing that is exactly this situation. So that if somebody accuses Dave Sim of committing fraud against his fans, we can say, no, there is no fraud. Everything is done publicly. Here's the link. Go there, and it will tell you everything that you want to know about this Kickstarter to date, and when it's over, what the bottom line was in all of the categories. Okay, that'll do it for this week, and then I will pick up next week with the rest of David Birdsong's letter.